Right folks, welcome back. Welcome to part 2 of the Welsh Pears Festival series, I guess. Obviously not fishing the pears at the minute. Last video you will have seen us get beaten up on Aberech. Yeah, we got royally spanked by weed. So I've managed to convince Mel to come out on a nice little evening session, hopefully with a few more fish. We've come to a beach mark down on the Llyn Peninsula that was recommended to me by Terry Wax from Carnarvon Angling. Yeah, it's a lovely looking beach, it is nice. We have got about an hour left till low water. I know nothing about the beach other than I was told fish is 3 hours down, 2 hours up. Obviously we're a bit late to that, but we've obviously had other things to be doing today. I'll show you what I could see now. Over to the left of us, there's breakers, which denotes there's some sort of sandbar or structure, a lift in the seabed causing the water to break over the top of it. And then in front of me there is quite a nice sort of bit of still water, which says to me there's either a gully or a bit of a rip current that's coming off the back of two sandbars. And then over to the right of us, you can't really see it now, but there were some breakers over there as well, which says, again, another sandbar over there. And I've got one rod out, as you can see. I need to tie some fresh shock leader onto the other rod. It's dropping dark quickly. I'm hoping bites are going to come thick and fast, so I thought I'd do the intro and get that over and done with it out of the way, just in case this rod takes off. So I think, essentially, I'm set up right on the edge of a sandbar. Hopefully there's a nice gully just to the right of me. I kind of want to fish on the edge of the sandbar because I'd like a nice bass, so I want to be in a bit of surf. So that rod is out, straight out in front of us, on the edge of that sandbar. At the minute I've got an up and over rig with hermit crab on there. Once I get the Fury set up, I'm going to put a 2-hook clip down rig on there, and we're just going to fish ragworm baits. So eventually that up and over rig will come round to the right and I'll fish that in the channel. We'll be using squid baits, squid and sand eel, bluey, targeting rays. We've got some mackerel. I might try some mackerel later on as it drops dark for maybe some huss. And the Fury, I'm going to have that 2-hook clip down rig and I'm going to use that to scratch around, hopefully find some nice bass, maybe find a turbot. But yeah, flatties and bass will be the target. Essentially, the mission is to try and catch a few more fish in this session as we did in this morning's session. Well, we've just changed the baits. They've come back untouched. No weed. Stayed exactly where I've put them. It's actually quite pleasant. It makes a very pleasant change. I do think we're probably only fishing into maybe a foot of water. I don't think it's very deep at all. And I was looking earlier and I wonder if maybe we should be round over sort of this way. Over, I don't know. It's easy to see in it when you're looking down a beach. It's easy to get confused. I think that side, the breakers seem to be a lot closer in. So whether that's where the reef is. Sorry, I was holding the camera like this. You're probably just looking at my cheek. But yeah, whether that's where the reef is, whether that's where the deeper water is. Again, if you look over to the right hand side now, just the other side of Mel, you can see the breakers out there. Then it's quite calm in there, so that looks like a nice deep hole. And the other side of that looks fairly flat, looking at the way the waves are breaking. I do wish I'd brought my waders. However, if I'd have brought my waders, we'd probably have gone to that mark that I fished with Tommy a couple of weeks back on Anglesey. We'd have probably gone to Anglesey instead. But I haven't fished the Llyn Peninsula other than Pickelly for the pears. So yeah, it's just good to be out on a new mark. But yeah, maybe we haven't quite got it right. Mind you, having said that, it does look like there is a hole here. Like, look the way that set's coming in behind at the back. I'll do my best to zoom in. It's breaking just there, and they're still building there onto the right hand side of my rods. So I do think there is a gully in front of us. I'm confident there is a gully in front of us. How deep it is yet to be seen. Is that a bite, or I've just got a little bit of weed in that surf? Not sure. Bait wise, again, I've just put I've got a ragworm on and a black on the 2-hook clip down, and I've just put a bluey out on the up and over. The blueys are not in very good condition, to be honest. I think they were already defrosted this morning, and they've been sat in the cool box all day out on the beach with us, so I thought I'd get them used because they ain't going back in the van tonight. I was hoping to get the results up and give you the results from today's session. However, I have literally got 0 signal, so we can't do that. Yeah, I'm still none the wiser. From what I heard talking to people, I think Pathelli fished a lot better than Aberek did. Hopefully that's good news for tomorrow. And I think the lads on the end A1, from what I was told, they had 9 species, something like 22, 24 fish, and I got 4.5 and 5.5 meters. Anyway, that's enough of that. I am purely just pontificating and theorising off what I was told back at the club when we all went to hand the cards in. But yeah, we had a tough day, tough day, and I'm feeling it now. My arms are aching, my back is killing me. So like I say, this is not going to be a long session. If you're expecting a long video, it's not going to be that video. Yeah, we're out. Hopefully we're going to get in some fish. It is falling dark, so I'm going to get the headlamp out, I'm going to get the torches on, get the tip lights on, and we'll get set up for some darkness action. We've done it, folks. We've finally done it. We're off the blank. Now, it is only a little doggy, but I don't care. I don't care. After the day that I've had, we're off the blank. I've caught more fish in this video than I did in the last one, and that is what counts. So thank you very much, Mr. Dogfish. It's a very dark one. Very, very dark. You're not a huss, are you? No, definitely a dogfish. Definitely a dogfish. Anyway, we'll get him back. I'm going to get another bait. I was just getting a squid and sand eel wrap ready. As you can probably tell in the camera, it is dark, and everything's filling in nicely. So I'm going to get squid and sand eel on the up and over rig, pinged out into that channel over to the right hand side. I'm going to go that worm bait another 5 or 10 minutes, and then what I'm going to do is where I showed you, you're probably not going to be able to see it in this camera, but let me just have a look, see what you can see. Well, you might be able to actually. Hopefully you can see out the very back is that sandbar that I was talking about earlier that's filled in, and now looks like there's a nice channel running out in front of us. So I'm going to start chucking some ragworm in close into there, some small bits of ragworm, see if we can find some schoolie bass and little things like that. And that's basically where I'm going to target from now on. So even as we move back, I'm hopefully going to keep dropping it into that very same bit, and then, like I say, up and over rig, bigger baits, fire them out onto the edge of that gully. We've got a dogfish. Let's see if we can find a ray next. Oh, that could be a bite, that. Right hand rod. That could be a bite. Come on, Babby. First little check. Is there any weed on the line? Maybe. Let's just have a feel. Love a good feel. There's not much current or anything like that, so I can afford to just move that lead a little bit. It hasn't took off, but it does feel like there is a little bit of nodding on there, so potentially could be another doggy. So not going to waste any time, we'll bring it straight in. I think the next one is just going to be a big slither of mackerel. Fairly quick and easy to sort out. Nope. Nada, nothing. Because that has been out there for less than 5 minutes. It is completely untouched. I'm just going to straighten that bait out a little bit. Someone's had hold of it. Straighten that out, clip it back up and put it straight back out, I think. You got a flatty? A good one? Oh, yeah, that's alright. I'll show it to the camera. Told him we were going to get more fish on this one than what we got on last then. Yeah, look.
Good job.
Bizarre colour, isn't it? It's almost like a bluey green.
Yeah, it's weird. It's got a dab though.
That's flounder, that. Yeah, definitely a flounder. Nice one.
Another little one, I'll put him back in.
Yeah, that's it. Tell you, they're coming thick and fast now, mate. Thick and fast. Anything more than 1 in 4 hours is thick and fast compared to this morning.
That's it, I'll light you up.
Yeah, is that a bit better? That's the one. Right. Now, earlier on, I said I was going to aim for that little channel, didn't I? And that was all I was going to aim for with them worm baits. And it's paid off. Look at that for a slab of silver. Lovely, lovely bass. I literally just looked up to watch the rod arc over, thumping away. You could hear the ratchet going. Let's give a good little account of itself. And me and Mel's got odds on. I reckon that's over 50. I'm hoping. I'd like 160. I don't think. Now Mel said 60 is 2 foot.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to go that.
No.
But I reckon it's over 50. So come on then, Mel. Let's drop that on there. Look. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what we're working with.
You're about 48, 49.
52.
Ah, fair play to you, mate. Go on,
Get
I'll
in.
zoom in so you can see it.
Yeah,
on the tail.
get nose on as well. Look.
Get noses
No,
on.
none of that cheating round here. Cracking little fish. Lovely fish that. Stoked with that one. Absolute thunder. So I'm going back because we've got another day out. Let me switch my headlamp back off. We've got another day out on the beach tomorrow. I haven't got my big cool box or anything like that, and I don't want a fish like this to go to waste, so we'll get him put back and he can come back next year bigger or better. Let's go and find some more. Yes. Mel's just shouted over. He's what, you had a doggy in or what?
I've had a doggy, what the hell's that?
That is a little pattern, isn't it? Or is it a porcod?
It's got stripes on it like a tiger.
I think it's a partin.
There you go.
I don't think it's a porcod. Sure, people.
Mind that bloke having 9 species that we're catching him up tonight.
People are letting me go in comments, but I'm pretty sure that is a partin, mate.
I've had one off at the beach before.
No. Good bait. So I'm told.
Ooh. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sit then.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
There we go. Some fresh bait for tomorrow. And the tide is really starting to push now. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but I mean my rods are there. Tide's just come up to about there. I've got my box well away. There is though a big gully just behind us. You're definitely not going to be able to see that. The camera's not that good. There is a big gully behind us which is going to start filling in shortly. We were hoping for a bit more time on here, but I don't think we're going to get it. Which is a shame because it looks like the fish are just starting to come on the feed now. Can you see me? Just about. Wow, what an ending. Not the ending. I know I said I don't think we're going to get very long, but Mel come over just after he caught them and said, how much longer do you want to stay? I says, well, they're just coming up feed, aren't they? I says, I'm quite happy staying. He pointed out to see, he says, it's raining hard out there. I says, oh, I'm alright. He says, well, yeah, but I don't think his jacket's properly waterproof and he's got to wear it tomorrow. Yeah, I says, well, if you want to get off, mate, we'll get off. I says, I'll just have one more. I think Len's is steaming up as well. I says, I'll just have one more chuck with some worm baits and I'll come and join you. Get back to the van and sort yourself out and get yourself cosy. And my God, no sooner as I said that, the heavens opened. It was biblical. So at that point I was like, yeah, no, I'm out. I'm quite happy to sit out in the rain, but I hadn't got my bib and brace trousers on. The water was literally pouring down my leg and in my boots. My boots are soaked, my socks are soaked, everything's soaked. Obviously we've got to sleep, we're sleeping in the vans tonight, so we didn't want to get too damp, so yeah, we called it quits and headed back to the van, which is a shame really, because I think we were on the beach a total of 2 hours maybe, if that. You might be able to hear the rain's still coming down now. But yeah, that's the end of this session, so it's going to be a very short sweet video. I hope you've enjoyed it. 4 species in a short video, that's not bad going really, I don't think. Tomorrow morning, yeah, we've come off the beach. I don't even know what time it is, can't be late. 9:30, so it should be a nice early bed. Clear that lens off a little bit more. Like I say, tomorrow we are fishing Paheli, so fishing doesn't start till 10, so we can have a nice leisurely get up. You can park right opposite the other side of the dunes and walk straight over, so you can take as much gear or as little gear and keep going backwards and forwards for it as you like. So we'll be able to get the bivvy set up, we'll be able to talk about rigs, show you some rigs. Like I said, we don't start fishing till 10, so we can have a nice relaxed breakfast, make some rigs, maybe film some of the rigs as I'm making them. So yeah, a lot more footage tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully it makes a much more entertaining video. On that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and tune in for part 3 next week, where we're fishing day 2 of the Welsh Open Pairs Festival, and hopefully getting amongst them prizes. Got to remain optimistic, haven't you? Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care and tight lines.